Yeah, I'm actually leaving here to go to the fair. Yes.
Hi, my name's Leah Macy. I'm class of 2025 and I'm uncommitted.
I'm Chloe Spreen, class of 2024, and I'm committed to Alabama University.
I would say I've been playing basketball for like 10 or so years, and I would just say I'm so competitive. So I would say like I found a sport, and I've always been tall, so I really excelled in that area growing up. And I would just say I loved playing and winning and just competing.
I started playing when I was in like 2nd grade, and I think from there, I just liked how competitive it was. I came from a competitive family. All my family was athletes, and I think I've just grown up around it, and I really like fell in love with it, so I just started working hard at it.
I would say I kind of got caught in the pandemic, so right off COVID, I went to the Blue Star 30 camp, and at that age, I really didn't realize that like college was even an option to play. I had really no idea about it, and you know, at that camp, a lot of people told me like, you need to like pursue this, and I was like, wow, and kind of after that, everything started falling in place.
I would say middle school is when I started like working really hard, and then 8th grade year, I had a recruit come to one of my games, and it, I don't know, it just inspired me like to see the potential I had to become a college basketball player, so I just kept going from there.
Mine was from Murray State in Kentucky, and Coach Turner, it was like 2 years ago, and she was like, a lot of people don't like to give their, don't like to be the first offer, so she was like, I'm just gonna do this so like I can get the ball rolling for you. So I really appreciate her for that. Everything, it was crazy after that.
My first offer was from Indiana University.
Was you surprised at all when you got it?
Yeah, they were the recruit that came to my 8th grade game. So yeah, I'm 30 minutes away from there, so it was a big deal to me. I think it's really like motivational when you get your first offer, because you see where you can go. So it just makes you work even harder. Yeah, I don't think people know how hard it is to like fully like decide on just one school. But with Bama, it was like the coaches. I think that was like my final decision, but it was really hard. I mean, recruitment process is like, you like it, but you don't at the same time. It's very stressful, but I mean, I wouldn't trade it for anything. It was just hard, yeah.
Are you helping her out, trying to help her? Are you asking her questions about?
I haven't like reached out. I don't know. I would say I'm just taking a lot of visits and seeing. I would say I've heard it's like hard and easy, but I would say after like going to places, like a lot of people tell you get that feeling, and I felt like, I don't know. I just like, I'm waiting for that feeling. So that's, yeah, I have a lot of time, so.
I didn't get that feeling until like 2 days before I committed, because I was waiting on it. Everyone told me that, and I was like, I had not got that feeling yet, so.
And what does that feeling feel like? And how did you know?
I knew because I went through a bad tournament, and the way they supported me and were there for me, like, I knew I'd be able to go and succeed at this place if I had coaches who truly knew me and cared about me. So like when I went there and did go through a hard time, like they would truly be there for me and like know me the best and know me like through my worst times. Because I think you should definitely go somewhere where you were actually wanted, and you don't, like, you know, they aren't playing games with you and truly want you.
I would say my favorite part of Chloe's game is like how much heart she plays with. Like, you need that person that's playing with 110% every game and, you know, keeps your team going, like the positivity. And I would say like that's a huge like factor that some teams don't have, but like when you have it, like I think it stands out, and like especially it helps like the other 4 people that are on the floor, like if you're having a bad game, bad possession, but like you can just like, you know, she has your back. So I would say, you know, that's my favorite part of her game.
My favorite part of Leah's game is like how locked in she is. Like when we get out there, like it's no more games. Like she's like straight faced, like ready to go. Like nobody's messing with her. And like having that on the team, like as another team, you're just like, okay, she's locked in, everybody else is gonna be locked in. So,
Killer.
yes, she is. Least favorite drill? Anything full court.
I would say,
Anything full court got me running.
I would say the defensive shuffles, like side, like the zigzag.
Leah hates defense. I know you hate defense
no.
in practice.
I like defense, but like sometimes I just be standing there.
I don't see you doing defensive drills and sitting there and enjoying it.
Don't be afraid
I
to
have
say what you got.
I have a lot.
Let's hear it.
I don't know, to be honest.
Ankle socks. I don't mess with ankle socks. Or
Watch the live. Let's go.
I'm trying to think what else really bothers me.
Nothing bugs you about
Like other players, yes.
I mean, when they start like
Or when they flip their hair in my face.
elbows, like
I don't
that
know
makes
if
me
you should
mad.
put that in there.
Like that makes me mad. Like when you.
super sweaty, like knee pads. Like,
Oh yeah, sorry, no knee pads. Like knee pads are for volleyball players. Like if you have on, like look at these bruises, yo. Like that's okay. We don't need no knee pads. Sorry, I am passionate about knee pads. Or headbands, the thick headbands.
Damn, you have
No.
a lot of icks.
Yeah.
I would say when our team or whatever team I'm on, like we just get on a roll and like nobody's stopping it. Like everybody's like doing so well. It's not just like one or two people. Like today when we played Sci-Fair, I would say like Claire and like Brooke and like everybody was just hot. Like and then it was like a dominoes effect and like
Yeah, it definitely like goes into effect on each player. It's fun. I would say that too. Just how competitive it gets, and when y'all are like going, like it's so fun to be out there.
yeah.
And like when all your teammates get hyped too, it's just fun.
Yeah, and like the atmosphere, like we had a huge atmosphere today, so that's fun too. Hit a game-winning shot, I feel like. I don't know, that block can like turn into a foul, I feel like. I don't know.
No, he's saying like a block or a shot.
Shot.
I don't know.
Give me that.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like a block would be fun. I'm just kidding. I'll say block. Even though she's more likely to block someone than me.
Hype up my own crowd, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know,
I don't do anything cocky.
yeah,
so.
I'm very like calm.
Unless I was popping off, I wouldn't be like,
Yeah.
like I would rather just
No.
like, yeah.
No. I guess that's my basketball
No, because I don't trash talk because girls are
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah, that's my basketball ick, when people trash talk.
Trash talk? Leah, yesterday?
Oh. She just was like, it was just everything.
She was just like, give me that.
Yeah,
and
like,
Leah was
okay.
like, okay.
I would say like, I hear more trash talk from like the fans. Like, yeah.
Yeah, parents be going crazy.
Yes. Yeah, like I don't even think like.
Well, I got completely bodied one game and fell on the ground. And I hear someone's dad like, she's too little. I'm like,
Yeah, I would say
I'm
it's
like,
the
really?
parents. Like, they're
Like, yeah,
mean.
we get it. She's bigger than me. I was literally on the ground. It is what it is.
I would say either my rebounding. A lot of coaches tell me that I rebound outside my area, or how efficient I am. Like I know I take shots, but like I make most of them. So I would say that's a big part. Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Probably how hard I play. If I'm not even like doing good, at least I'm playing hard every game.
I would say if you give it a chance, like don't just hate on it if you've never watched or like put effort into like seeing what it's about, because I mean, it's not, you know, the same as men's basketball, but I think, you know, it has like really good positives to it. And like, I mean, we're getting a lot more support, and I would say, you know, we're on the uphill for that, but like give it a chance. Don't hate on it.
Exactly. I think people are way too quick to judge women's basketball. Like, we work just as hard as boys. Like, you gotta give it a chance and watch it for sure. But I think it's definitely evolving, like due to like this college past year too, like making like Angel Reese and like Flage and like all of them, like they did make an impact, whether you like it or them or not, like they did. Like girls basketball is evolving.
I do know what I want to study. I want to go into dental school and I want to be an orthodontist. And then education for me is like,
I'm just saying like, she's got it figured out, I don't.
I would say it's like 50-50 or either like 60-40, like 60% like of my decision is gonna be like what the school provides education-wise. Like it's a big factor. So I would say that's helping me narrow down a little bit of my schools, which is, you know, gonna be helpful, but it's a big part for my family and I.
It's, I mean, it wasn't a huge, like, I mean, obviously I want to go somewhere that has good academics, so Alabama does, and I mean, it's not something that I like totally know what I'm doing and have figured out, so I don't know what I'm majoring in or anything, but I don't see myself like leaving the game other than like being an assistant coach or like, I don't know, being in front of a camera with players, like something like that.
I would say for me, like my appearance, like being blonde and like eyelashes and everything, like I haven't ever had hate on that, like that I've heard or like said. I mean, I bet there's people that say stuff, but like I think some people like make it a big deal, and I don't know why it's such a big deal. Like we're all basketball players, we just want to get our college paid for. So, I mean, I've never had a personal experience, but I know people that have.
I have definitely been called a Barbie, a lot.
Let's say social media doesn't help with that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
having a
people,
following on Instagram, you definitely get more hate than like good. So, I mean, I don't think you should be judged of like how you even look like as a blonde. Like, yes, like, yeah, like we look pretty, like we look good out there, but like that's what makes us feel good. Like if we can hoop, we can hoop. Like we work just as hard as you guys. Like why are we get called Barbies? So I don't think your opinion should matter. Like even if like some girls don't even look strong, but like will like body me, and like I just wouldn't think that. So just like saying that like I'm a Barbie, like why does that stop me from giving you absolute buckets? I don't know.
Period.
I don't know. I've had this experience a lot, so
passionate.
Yeah.
I would say like people like you, like they have a big following, like, I mean, that's like a huge part, like another aspect of the game. I would say like for me, like, I don't know, like I don't think I'll get much on it. Like, I don't know, our high school in Kentucky.
But when you get to college, you will.
Yeah, probably. Like our high school, like Kentucky just approved it for high school, so maybe like it'll grow a little bit by the time I get to college, but like, I think, you know, some people, like it benefits them a lot.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think because I do have a following, I'll make somewhat of good of like, I don't know, I'll do good off of it. Chill. I think I'll do good off, but I think it's a great opportunity for girls, especially when you're an athlete and you're like at college and it's all just basketball, and workouts after workout. Like it gives them an opportunity to be a person still at the same time. Like I love like photo shoots and stuff, and like some girls do like that, some girls don't, but like it gives you an opportunity to do something like as a hobby and get outside of basketball. So, and it gives you money at the same time, yeah, but like at the same time it gives you opportunities. Wait, what? Oh my God, I don't do cats.
I don't do cats either. I have 2 dogs.
No,
so
not
like,
a cat person.
No.
Ugh. Apple juice.
I don't like juices.
Apple juice.
Water.
Of course you don't. Gatorade's good.
Yeah, like if I have to pick like a morning drink, chocolate milk.
That's not.
I mean, it's not a juice, but like
apple juice.
It's fire.
Apple juice. Walls.
Fries.
26 floss.
Okay, I'm like passionately, like I love Chick-fil-A. Like I eat it like every day. Like
They're the best.
but I don't know. I don't know.
I like crunchy fries. Like, I don't know, like burnt, like, not like burnt, but have a crisp.
Curly fries or like
No,
straight
like
fries?
crunchy. Like kind of burnt, kind of not. I don't know. Is that weird?
Extra well done.
Yeah.
You'd be like, can I have my fries well done? I do rap. Like I'm not like country. Well, kind of, but like not for real.
Country girl. I definitely listen to rap before the game. What do me and Brooke be listening to?
Oh my god.
All the funny songs that just get you going. Like Ice Spice. We listen to her before the games.
So, I don't know if you want me to put this in there, but I learned from your mom yesterday that you show steer. And I wanted to ask you about
Yeah, I'm actually leaving here to go to the fair.
you know?
Yes.
So tell me about that. Explain what that means.
I'm sorry.
Everybody always be mentioning the cows. No one really says that about me, I guess. Yes, I do show in the 4-H fair. I've grown up around it my whole life. My dad and his family always shown. I have cows and like.
She lives on a farm.
Okay, they're not dairy cows though. Hear me out. They're beef cows, which I think are better than dairy. But we get them all fancy, and then I show them around. Like I got this big like shiny belt and boots. Like I enjoy it.
Or the video on your mom's Instagram account
Yeah,
where
like
the cow goes
I
crazy.
physically walked like a 1,300-pound cow around an arena and
Hopefully
set
it's
it and
behaved.
no, and then I set it up with the stick and match its feet right and get it set up with its poofy hair. And then a judge comes and judges it.
What's its name?
I don't know.
So it's competitive.
Yeah, it's super competitive.
You get money, right?
Yeah, and then you sell it at the end of the week and get money. But that's not a factor.
About to get an NIL cow.
Yeah, you can put that in there.
What's better, dairy or beef?
Beef cows. Thank you. Shout out. Go for